So this is the world's first sub 10-minute speedrun of Elden Ring. It's by a French speedrunner by the name of Ginz. I'm gonna leave his links down below. Before I even start the video, go like, comment, and subscribe to this video on YouTube and follow him on Twitch. Again, links down below. I thought it would be cool to watch this and kind of explain what's going on a little bit. Oh, he starts Vagabond, okay? So he starts Vagabond for a specific reason. And the reason is that it has a sword and a shield, but it also starts with a halberd. And if you equip the halberd, changes your encumbrance weight. But I'll get into that in a second when we talk about this first trick, okay? So you do actually have to pick up that finger, or else you can't open the door. So you open the door, save and quit instantly. That saves like 10 seconds, okay? Because when you open the door, instantly the game recognizes it as it opens. So right here he's doing a specific setup. And you can hear the metronome. And I'll explain it after he does it. And he basically teleports himself. So, what just happened is called a zip, okay? And he sets himself up in a specific way. He can just shoot forward at incredible speed and basically skip like the entire game. Now, the setup for this, when you're blocking, the block animation loops, and if you move during a certain point in that animation, it like glitches and zips you forward. From my understanding, that's what it is, right? The metronome is set to a certain tempo, is when you're supposed to move out of the animation for the blocking animation. That's a zip. And he skips like the entire tutorial boss and dying to it. So he doesn't talk to Melina. He never gets Torrent. He skips his Estus flasks, or his Crimson Tears, sorry, wrong game. But basically the whole game is you just zipping around. It's crazy to look at. So right here, he's setting up another zip. And you can tell this is different from the other one because he's pushing W on the keyboard to walk forward twice. This is called a mega zip. Oh yeah, there's two different kinds of zips. So he actually failed that one. And he zips to this specific spot because when you die, the game recognizes that, oh, you're here, right? Because your body touches the ground. And in this area, there's a stake of America. And when you die near one, you'll warp to the stake. So he zips and then he death warps. And, again, nothing crazy. Just gonna set up another zip. Nailed it, third time's the charm. And he skips all the way over here to the 4 belfries. Now, if you've watched me play my All Remembrances runs, you're very familiar with what's going to happen here. He's about to wrong warp to Farum Azula. If you've never played Elden Ring before, this area right here, you use an imbued stone sword key, and it teleports you to just like a really small secluded area where you can just pick up an item, and that's basically all you can get out of this area. But we do something called a wrong warp. And what he did there was just he used his memory, whatever the item's called, like grace memory. Or normally, in any other category, you're not allowed to force quit, right? You can't Alt F4 the game. In this specific category, any % unrestricted, there's like no rules. Instead of doing the normal wrong warp, where you use the memory and then quickly teleport to a different area to trick the game, you'll see him instantly, before the game loads in or anything, he'll Alt F4. That's kind of a different, faster way to do the wrong warp trick, but again, this is the only category where you're allowed to actually force quit. So we load back in, and we should have wrong warped all the way to like the last area of the game, basically, Farum Azula. And we just skipped about 70 hours of casual gameplay, something like that. How's he gonna win fights? Oh, that's the thing. You don't fight anything in this category. That's right, it's a pacifist run. I was gonna explain that when we got to it, but To be able to complete the game, you have to kill Malekith, right? Because when you kill Malekith, Leyendell turns into Leyendell, the capital of Ash. And you can only fight the 2 last bosses in Leyendell, capital of Ash. Oh, so this is cool. So for specific zips, this is why zips are only in this category. Because they're, like, hardware dependent. They're dependent on your graphics settings, your resolution settings. So right here, he lowered his resolution to be able to zip easier in this spot. It can be finicky a little bit. Yeah, but there you go. He got it eventually. So you zip all the way over here. For some reason, there's collision on top of this thing. Don't know why. But he drops down here, takes a little bit of damage. And this part's terrifying. He's going to set up a zip here right before the boss is aggroed onto him. And hopefully he gets it. If he doesn't, he's going to have to save and quit and redo, like, enter the boss fight again. But this is terrifying because he doesn't have any healing. If you look at the bottom left of the screen. If you die here, you go all the way back to the tutorial island. Because he's never touched a grace. He's never done anything. Never talked to Melina, anything like that. So you go literally all the way to the start of the game. The run's dead if you die here. He got it first try, it looks like. That's actually huge. You do 2 zips, and then you do a mega zip here. So right here, he zips over here to the edge of the arena, sets up a mega zip, lines it up. Oh, and he got it first try. That's insane. Okay, so what's happening here? If you far enough from where you are, the area will along with all the geometry and the collision, including the... So what's happened is he has zipped so far away from the boss, he is deloading the area, and the boss literally falls into a void of nothingness and dies instantly. This boss fight, you have to do it twice. Oh, and you can see that the tree sentinel outside also died in the void. But you have to set this up twice, and this is even scarier because Malekith is like crazy aggro. So you have to make sure you get that like first try right there, that zip. The same exact zip you did for Beast Clergyman is going to be the same zip that you do for Malekith to kill him. Because again, unfortunately, there's a cutscene in between phases. You unfortunately have to do it twice. There are some bosses that don't have a cutscene in between phases that you can just kill. He does this one more time, and he'll save and quit after the boss dies. When we come back, we'll skip the cutscene, and we'll be in the capital of Ash. So here we are, 15 seconds later. We're in the Ashen capital, and normally you go through, you have to fight Gideon, you have to walk through the entire city. Nope. We're just gonna teleport straight to the Elden Beast boss door. Walk up here, and as he turns around, you can see that Hoarah is actually down there. So what we do here is we mega zip so far away, the floor deloads. Just because we haven't entered the boss arena for Elden Beast yet, and Radagon, doesn't mean they don't exist, right? So we do this mega zip one more time, and the first face of Hoarah will die, but then he'll spawn again. Then after a couple of seconds, Elden Beast will also die. So after a couple of failed attempts, he makes himself heavier. I don't know why this happens, but your weight determines how short or far your zip is. Don't ask me how it works, that's just how it works, dude. So that looks good, I think. It's kind of hard to tell because the map has nothing on it. And boom, so we hit the cutscene for Hoarah, right? Now all we have to do is stay alive until Elden Beast dies. Because right now, Elden Beast is falling into a void. Hear the audio cue? That's the audio cue of Elden Beast dying and getting the remembrance. So we save and quit, and when we come back in, it's going to teleport us to the Elden Beast boss room. We're going to touch Radagon's corpse, and we're going to complete the game. And that is it. That's the world's first sub 10 minute speed run of Elden Ring. Literally insane. You don't fight anything. You kill things with gravity. Radon eats your heart out. You know what I'm saying, dude? If you guys want to watch the whole VOD, or if you guys want to watch the whole video, I'm going to leave his links down below. His name is Ginz. Again, he's a French speedrunner. Go show him some love, guys. Like, comment, subscribe on all of his things. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.